There's a reason why traditional vacations don't actually heal you. So many women I talk to are tired of their lives, overwhelmed, stressed, carrying so much all the time, and they do what feels like the right thing in the moment. They take time off, they go somewhere beautiful, they rest for a few days, but somehow they come home feeling just as tired, or honestly, sometimes even more overwhelmed than before. If you feel that too, I really want to say this clearly. That has nothing to do with you doing something wrong. And what I've come to understand is this: rest and healing are not the same thing. Most traditional vacations only give your body a break, but your mind never actually stops. Never stops checking on the kids, thinking about work deadlines, and remembering all the chores waiting for you back home. You're still thinking, still carrying everything you don't have space to feel back home. That's why you're not just tired, but also emotionally overwhelmed, even in moments that are supposed to feel peaceful. But in the next few minutes, I want to gently show you how you can finally feel lighter and more at peace in your own body by sharing the real reason you still feel this way and what actually creates the kind of healing you've been craving. And before I go any further, I just want to share a little bit about why I understand this so deeply. My name is Monica Imani. Most people know me as Monica the Medium. I host live messages from above events, and I've spent years connecting with spirit and holding space for women in my workshops, courses, events, and now in the retreat groups that I host. For almost 13 years, I've supported thousands of people who come to me when they feel lost, overwhelmed by grief, or disconnected from themselves. But aside from all of that, I'm also a woman who has lived through emotional burnout, heartbreak, loss, and having my entire life fall apart and rebuild itself again and again. Before I ever learned how to truly heal, I was completely burned out. I was getting through my days, looking fine on the outside, but inside I was emotionally collapsing. I tried every self care Sunday, every wellness trend, and none of it really worked. So I know what it's like to look okay on the outside, even when everything inside feels heavy, confusing, and overwhelming. I know what it's like to try to think your way out of exhaustion. And as I began my own healing journey, I started noticing the same pattern over and over again. Sensitive, intuitive, high functioning women don't need more effort. We don't need to be fixed or given another checklist. What we actually need is space. Space to release what we've been carrying. Space for our nervous system to finally feel held instead of constantly braced. That's what changed everything for me. And that's what I've learned truly helps the nervous system heal. Everything I share with you today comes from walking that path myself and from guiding other women through it, gently at their own pace. And through all of that, this is what I've come to see. Traditional vacations were never designed to heal the kind of exhaustion you're carrying. They're designed to distract you for a little while. On a vacation, your environment changes, but your nervous system doesn't. You might be away from your house, your job, your responsibilities, but inside, your body is still on high alert. You can't outplan or do self care better and expect it to disappear because healing doesn't happen in isolation. Traditional vacations are usually something you do alone or with your partner or family, and somehow you're still holding everyone else in your mind the whole time. There's no container, no guidance, no space where you're actually held instead of holding. So you go back to your life with the same patterns, the same emotional weight, the same braced nervous system, just with a few pretty photos on your phone. And when you feel this way, a break isn't actually what you're longing for. What you're craving is something deeper, a kind of support that lets your body finally feel safe enough to soften and your heart to feel safe enough to open again. And that's exactly why I created the Costa Rica Women's Wellness Retreat. It's not just another trip. It's not about adding another retreat into the world. This is a guided nervous system reset, a space designed specifically for women who are sensitive, intuitive, grieving, and emotionally overloaded. Everything from this retreat is intentional, from the pace to the setting to the way each day is structured. Let me share with you why this retreat feels so different from most other retreats. The first thing we focus on is your nervous system, not your mind. Most people try to heal in their heads. They try to think their way through burnout, grief, and stress. But all of that doesn't actually live in your thoughts, it lives in your body. So, we use practices that help your system soften before you ever touch the deeper emotional work. Sound baths, guided meditation, breath work, grounding practices, ceremony, and movement. These practices help your body feel safe first. And when your body feels safe, emotions don't feel overwhelming or scary when they surface. They move through you instead of getting stuck. Another thing that makes this retreat different is the sisterhood. Not a group of random people, but being surrounded by women who are like you. So you don't heal alone, you heal in community. Every single retreat, I watch strangers become soul sisters in a matter of days because they see each other, understand each other, and hold space with zero judgment. And maybe the most powerful part of all is the pace. A lot of retreats are packed with back to back workshops, long days, and big breakthrough moments that feel forced. That's never been my style. I don't believe in keeping women busy every second. And I don't believe healing happens on a tight schedule. Everything about this retreat has been shaped by my own experiences and by years of walking alongside other women, listening to what actually helps and what doesn't. The way I hold these spaces is gentle. I read the room. I feel what the group needs, and I guide from intuition, not pressure. Our days are intentionally paced. There are beautiful workshops and activities that support your healing, but there's also time to breathe, to integrate, to journal, to float in the pool, to wander the beach, or simply be with yourself. Your nervous system gets to move at its own pace, not on a rigid schedule every second of the day. Women tell me all the time this is the first place they've ever felt safe enough to truly open up because they're not being pushed or judged or expected to perform their healing. It honestly means so much coming from the women who have joined me before. Like Lynette, what she found in this retreat was space for deep self reflection, spiritual growth, and alignment, along with a sisterhood of women she didn't even know she was craving. She shared that being there helped her release what no longer served her and move forward in her life with more clarity and no regrets. And Kirsten shared something that really stayed with me. She said her soul truly needed a break, and that's what she received. Not just rest, but strength, clarity, and the feeling that she could handle whatever came next. And transformation stories like theirs are the reason I do this work. And honestly, it's what I want to do for you too. I want you to wake up one morning and notice that your chest doesn't feel so tight anymore. And as you move through your day, you feel present again. You can hear your own thoughts, not the noise of everyone else's needs. You feel more like you, able to fully enjoy your life again instead of just getting through it. And you have a clear sense of what's next. I know some of you might be wondering what kind of retreat could actually create that kind of shift. So, let me gently walk you through what the Costa Rica Women's Wellness Retreat really looks like and how it's designed to support you. You'll arrive in Manuel Antonio, Costa Rica, and stay in a 5-star private luxury villa surrounded by the jungle with ocean views all around. From the moment you get there, everything is taken care of: your transportation, your meals, your schedule, so your body can stop managing and start resting. We start the day with yoga or Pilates, movement that's supportive and grounding, not overly intense or demanding. This helps your body wake up without stress and sets a calm tone for the day. All of your meals are prepared by a private chef using fresh, nourishing ingredients. You don't have to think about food, planning, or timing. That alone gives so many women a sense of relief they didn't realize they needed. Throughout the retreat, we alternate between guided experiences and open space. There are self reflection workshops that help you reconnect with yourself and gain clarity about what's next. There are also adventure experiences woven in intentionally: zip lining through the jungle, spending time on a catamaran at sunset, visiting a nearby chocolate farm. These moments help you feel alive in your body again and reconnect with joy, play, and presence. In the evenings, we slow things down. Sound healing sessions help you unwind and integrate the day. There are sisterhood circles where women share, listen, and feel supported without judgment. And one of the most meaningful experiences is the Messages from Above event on the final night under the stars, followed by the fire releasing ceremony. These moments give women a chance to let go of emotional weight, old patterns, and things they're ready to release. You're supported, guided, and cared for, but you also have space to rest, reflect, and move at your own pace. This retreat has already helped so many women change their lives. Not just Lynette or Kirsten, but also Lindsay, Amber, Rachel, and so many others. You can read it here. And before they came, they were just like you. Many of them were exhausted and felt disconnected from themselves. They wondered if they'd fit in and whether taking this time for themselves was too much or somehow indulgent, until they chose to give themselves a different kind of support, and their lives shifted because of it. And I know, even if something in you is feeling pulled towards this, there might be another part of you whispering all the reasons why you shouldn't. It might show up as concern about the money, or as wondering whether you'll even fit in. And sometimes it's just that quiet fear of doing something meaningful for yourself when you're used to putting everyone else first. Every woman who's ever joined this retreat had those same nudges of doubt, right up until the moment they chose to show up for themselves in a way they never had before. And here's what I've learned watching so many women walk through this: taking care of yourself is always worth it, especially when you've spent years taking care of everyone else. Because the moment you step into this space, everything shifts. Women who were scared they wouldn't connect end up leaving with soul sisters. Women who came in nervous end up laughing at dinner that first night. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to take a leap of faith and get outside your comfort zone. And before we go any further, I do want to share one practical thing with you. This retreat is intentionally small. There are usually only 16 to 20 spots and tend to fill very quickly, usually within about a month of being released. And once the group is full, that's it. I don't add more spots and I don't stretch the container. And if you miss this one, the next Costa Rica wellness retreat won't open again for several months, maybe even several years. So, if you feel that nudge, if you know you need this kind of space, support, and healing, this retreat is for you. If you've ever looked at 5-star luxury private villas that are fully staffed in places like Costa Rica, you know that they can easily cost over $1,000 a night, and that's before anything else is included. In this retreat, you're staying 5 nights in a 5-star private luxury villa, fully staffed with ocean views at every breakfast and a private chef preparing all your meals, daily yoga and Pilates, sound healing, guided meditations, and the workshops I personally guide during our time together. You'll also experience the adventure days, the ceremonies, the sisterhood circles, and the messages from above evening and fire releasing ceremony, which for many women ends up being one of the most meaningful parts of the entire experience. And all of that is included. The investment for the full retreat starts at only $4,995, and I do offer payment plans so you don't have to pay it all at once. But I want to say this gently. This isn't really about comparing numbers or adding things up. This isn't just a trip. It's not just a retreat you attend and then move on from. It's an investment in yourself, an experience that creates real internal change, the kind that women carry back into their lives long after they leave Costa Rica. Imagine leaving this retreat feeling lighter in your body, more settled in yourself, clearer about what matters, not feeling stuck in the same emotional patterns, and trusting yourself in a deeper way. If your heart already knows this experience is meant for you, applying now simply keeps the door open. Here's how to take the next step. Fill out the short application. It takes about 3 minutes. You'll hear back from me within 24 to 48 hours. And if you're approved, you'll receive your welcome email with all the retreat details, including the payment plan details and the link to officially secure your spot. Something I always notice about the women who join this retreat is that they all had one thing in common. They chose themselves, even when it felt scary. And that one choice changed everything. If you're feeling that little pull in your chest, that soft inner nudge, this might be your moment. Click secure your spot now. I would truly be honored to spend this transformative week with you. Pura vida, and I hope to see you in Costa Rica.